What is cooking, everybody? I am Max, the part-time pit master, and y'all are watching Part-Timers Pit Barbecue. On today's episode, on the menu tonight, we are doing authentic Jamaican style jerk pork. And I'm not throwing the word authentic out there as some clickbait. No. When I'm doing something that is rooted deep within a culture and has a rich history, I try to pay respects. So I'm gonna make this as authentic as I can. And so stick around and let's get to it. Okay, y'all, so we got this pork shoulder portion here that I had saved, frozen in my freezer. I let it thaw naturally in the fridge. And now we're gonna start this 2-part jerk prep process. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna trim this up. We're gonna make a dry jerk seasoning. We are gonna season it with the dry jerk rub. Let that sit in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. Then we're gonna make our wet marinade, and that's full of natural seasonings and whatnot. So we're gonna take that wet jerk marinade and then we're gonna pour that all over this, and then we're gonna just let that sit and marinate overnight until we're ready to throw it on the pit tomorrow. So enough of me talking, let's get to it. Jerk rub time. In a bowl of brown sugar, we got some Scotch bonnet garlic powder and some dried Scotch bonnet powder. Then we got cinnamon, nutmeg, and some allspice. Then we're going in with that Lawry's. Then paprika and black pepper. Now we're gonna go in with some Cool Runnings Caribbean spice garlic. And then we're going in with some herb and garlic pepper rub seasoning. We're gonna mix all this to combine, and then we are ready to season up our pork. And here we have our skin on pork shoulder. So I'm gonna be cutting some slices and opening this pork shoulder up so we can maximize the surface area to get rub and marinade and smoke and flavor, right? That's the name of the game, is to build up lots and lots of flavor, lots of that delicious jerk flavor. Now I'm gonna say this, just like in barbecue, one can't just put barbecue sauce on something and call it barbecue, because there's methods, there's a process, there's rich history. Same goes with the jerk. All right, there's a rich, huge history to it. You can't just throw on some store-bought jerk sauce and throw it in the oven and say, I got some jerk. All right, that's disrespectful. So here we got our jerk rub. This is part 1 of the 2-part seasoning process to this jerk. So we're gonna get this rub all over in all the little nooks and crannies, and we're gonna get it seasoned well. Then I'm gonna put it off into the fridge and let it chill for about 2 to 3 hours, maybe even 4. But until then, we're gonna go and make a jerk marinade right now. So let's do that. For our wet jerk marinade, we got half a lime sliced up. We're going in there with the skin and all. Then we got some scallions. We got some white onion. Then we're going in with some garlic. Then 3 Scotch bonnet peppers. I removed the seeds off some and kept the seeds on the other. Then we're going in with some ginger paste. Here we got some pimento berries and some cinnamon and nutmeg. And then here we have some soy sauce. All right, now we're going in with a little bit of canola oil and some vinegar. And then last but not least, we're gonna go in with some fresh thyme. I'm gonna put some in some water. And I'm gonna reserve some of that thyme to put onto the pork when it's marinating. Once we blitz it up, we're ready to hit our pork with this marinade. Look at that. I did that marinade ahead of time to let the flavors just meld together and get really delicious. So here we are getting it all over this pork shoulder. I'm not putting any on the skin because I do want to crisp up the skin. But anyway, so we're gonna get all in the nooks and crannies here. Again, just same way as the rub, but this time with the wet marinade. And then we're gonna put it in our fridge and let it marinate overnight for a bunch of hours until we're ready to throw it on the pit. So until then, nothing much more to say. I'll see y'all at the pit. We got our marinated jerk pork right here. Throwing that direct over the coals. And then here we have some pimento berries. Now in Jamaica, with the true authentic jerk, they use pimento wood. Obviously, can't really get any pimento wood, so I'm going to use some of these berries. and they should kind of produce a little bit more of an authentic flavor. So now we're just going to close this up and let it cook. Okay, y'all, so we are 3 hours in, or 2.5 hours in. We're rocking around 275. Probably gonna give it a flip. Oh yeah. Alright, y'all, so we are around 5 hours in, 5.5 hours in. I made a jerk barbecue sauce, which I'll post the recipe on my shorts and in my Instagram reels sometime this week. But I took some of that jerk barbecue sauce, used it as a base, kind of thinned it out a bit, and I made a mop sauce. So I'm gonna mop the meat side. Throughout the cook so far, I've just been flipping and mopping. I haven't even mopped yet, just been flipping it from skin side down, meat side down, because we're cooking direct over the coals. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of a mop now, just to kind of moisten up the meat side, and I'm gonna keep it skin side down for the rest of the cook now. I'm probably gonna wrap in foil to rest, but I'm gonna leave the skin exposed on the top to keep it kind of crispy. I'm gonna try to crisp it up so I can get a little crispy skin in there. But anyway, let's get into this, mop it up, and then yeah, I'll bring y'all back when we're ready to pull it off. And we are wrapping this up now. I know I said I was gonna wait until the end to wrap to rest, but I knew I needed to wrap it now. It was getting a little crispy on the edges, and to be honest, I probably should have wrapped it an hour sooner, but nevertheless, I digress. We're foil boating it, leaving the skin exposed to keep getting crispy. I also like around 6.5 hours, just over, and we are nice and tender. So I am about ready to pull this off and let it rest, and then we're gonna chop into it. But yeah. Let me just open this lid up and give you a little shot of what it's looking like. All right, y'all, it is time. I'm gonna chop up some of this, give it a little taste test. Again, this here is for dinner. It's I can get the house a little quieter a little before dinner time. But anyway, I'm gonna flip this on the table, I'm gonna chop it up. I made a little bit of that homemade jerk barbecue sauce here. So yeah, nothing left to do but chop into this. Oh yeah. All right, y'all, let's go in. So we got a little bit of that crispy skin action. We got this right here, with that chunk. I'm going in for that right there. Oh my God. Okay. So barbecue sauce, obviously, sweeten things up a little bit. But this jerk rub and this marinade on here, you get a little bit of that smoky flavor. Oh, I'll throw all that crispy skin in there. A little bite there. All right, some little spots might got a little crispy, but the majority of the meat of this, ooh, man. I got to where I wanted it. I didn't want it, you know, I don't want it to completely fall apart. I want it to still have some texture and some juiciness to it, but I also want it super tender. So, pretty much consistency-wise, I got exactly what I wanted. Oh man, I mean, look at that. We have the smoke ring and juiciness, jerky bark on the outside. Like, oh my god. Man. And I made some rice and peas and some curry potatoes. So, dinner's gonna be good. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off, clean up a little bit, but you know, this was fire. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me do or cook. But yeah, oh, got a little spicy now. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. Peace.